album of the day, served it up Gary's way. We have As
Bing.
Above, So Below by Sampa the Great. 11 songs, 39 minutes long. And Sampa the Great has done, I'd say, how many albums? Like, this is maybe her third? No, this is her fourth. No, yeah, this is her third studio project. And her last one had some really good songs on it. I really liked The Return, Final Form, Time's Up. I think I do remember reviewing that one as well in 2019. So a lot of early Audioface returners here. Actually, that's the full lineup of the podcast. I'm actually kind of figuring out many from 2018, 2019 era. Really
Yeah, the
nice.
return was awesome.
Yeah. Ari Lennox and Preoccupation. So other artists from 2018, 2019. But anyways, this one is a smaller project, a leaner project. That's kind of the theme as
Hmm.
well. It's really kind of coming with all the heavy hitters. Sampa the Great is known for mixing a lot of African inspired music, not just Afro beats, but things that you would find in a lot of, just context surrounding all of the continent, from the drums to the layout of the music to the callbacks to certain kinds of traditional African music. It kind of brings it all together along with Sampa the Great's like really good spoken word,
Hmm.
really good rap in here. There's a lot of good stuff, and the features in here really solid. What did you think before we get into it?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think the features were great. The mixing was amazing with it. Production was awesome. Like especially for a lot of like the trap songs and stuff. Like example, Mask On with Joey Badass. I really love the way the production is on that. Where it's like it's nice, it's modern, it's a fresher take with trap, and it's things that I've been wanting for a while. Like more electronic sounds and trap, more ideas, different ideas, different beats, different percussions and stuff. Because there's so much you can do with it, and they did that with that track, and I love it. So there's a lot in here that like we'll dissect in a little bit that are really good.
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of different sounds and a lot of different variation, which, yeah, you don't get from a lot of rap albums. I mean, like, yeah, you don't get a lot from a lot of rap albums still this year because we've just decided there's a lot of bullshit trap music. We're not going to review every single one. We did an entire year of that where we tried, like, is there anything to this? Is
No.
why be better? Why be not better? Is why be better than
Oh,
this?
sorry. YB is definitely not better than this. Not even close to this.
No
Forgot about the YB
contest.
scale for a second. No contest.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Um, but I think the features here are really well thought out and thoughtfully done. But even going back up a little bit, the song "Never Forget" with who are these, like Chef 187, Tio Nassin, and
Hmm.
Mwanje. Like, it's really like the best blending of all these different things you can only get in like a Sampa the Great record, and all these different sounds and artists, and even kind of a pacing of the music is something you don't see a lot in rap ever. It's really like everyone is going off here. Everyone is like to a T the best of what they can produce here.
Yeah, yeah. Never forget's really cool with that. Like again, the way she mixes everything on here, it's fantastic. Everybody fits together well. Like when you have everybody like contributing throughout the entire record, they're all cohesive as well, which is good and very impressive because you have a lot of different voices throughout this record. And the way that she's able to really just go into it. This is the sound I want. This is the idea I want for the record and all of that, and be able to hone that all in into one cohesive project is very impressive for that. Never Forget is a perfect example of it, where you have three different artists, very different, all sounding, and they go together well.
Yeah. Skipping to the end, IDGAF has this
Hmm.
almost like Royals by Lord sort of like spin to speak, because it has like that deep bassy sound that no more, no more, no more, like kind of in the
Oh yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah.
It really reminded me of that, but I think in kind of the most like flattering kind of way, not like too copying in that kind of sense. But like,
Oh, I get what you mean.
yeah. Um, I think overall it just, emanates that vibe of she has really kind of hitting her stride. I overall, it was just a really good project. I found that you had your fast tracks, your slow tracks, um, and at 40 minutes long, it's really easy to get into. It's easily one of the more unique projects that has come out of the year. It's one of the more unique projects that has come out from a woman in rap music this year, especially. Because even that's starting to get kind of trapped stale of like a certain kind of depiction or um type of black woman in rap music, sort of like a Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B sort of archetype, which there's nothing wrong with, of course, but like that can be sort of played out and done repeatedly to a point where it just seems like you're kind of copying and chasing one thing. Sampa the Great maintains her own uniqueness, her own style, her own flow, and this album is just a really great execution of that. I think compared to other albums where some of the songs didn't have as long of staying power, although there were like a few songs that like, I just kept playing for years and years. I think this album has more songs on it that will just like stand the test of time because the quality is just that good.
Yeah.
Arbitrary
Um,
scale.
yeah, arbitrary skill.
I'm I'm gonna give this the old Lizard 2.
Lizard 2. Lizard 2. I like it. This is her dad, King George the Sixth, also known as Bertie, also known as Edward's brother. The only good king because he never wanted to be king, wasn't supposed to be king, but his brother dipped out to go fly with some Nazis, and he's like, "Fuck, well, I guess I'm king now. That's great. Thanks, asshole."
Guess I'm king now. The Silicon Valley story.